What really happened to Dr. Pol's daughter? The answer isn't one moment. It's a powerful, emotional journey of loss, resilience, and hope. Diane Pol Jr., the beloved daughter of TV's favorite veterinarian, Dr. Diane Pol, has quietly faced some of life's toughest battles, many of them far from the cameras. Diane isn't just a familiar face to fans of the incredible Dr. Pol. She's a woman whose story resonates with thousands facing invisible struggles. Her journey began with heartbreak, losing her birth mother, Joanne, at just 9 years old. "I have very few true memories of her that are mine," Diane once wrote. That void, however, was gently filled by Dr. Pol's wife, Diane K. Pol, who raised her as her own, building a bond so strong that Diane Jr. simply calls her mom. That emotional strength became essential when Diane was hit with chronic migraines in her adulthood, crippling episodes that she's battled for over a decade. At their worst, the pain distorted her vision, mood, and relationships. After years of suffering and trying different treatments, she was finally admitted for inpatient care in 2018. It was a turning point. Her honesty in sharing her symptoms, medication trials, and even moments of despair helped others feel less alone in their silent battles. But the migraines weren't the only storm. Diane bravely opened up about her struggle with depression, especially during the COVID-19 lockdowns. At a time when isolation crushed many, she reached out to her loved ones and shared her healing process online, an act of courage that encouraged others to seek help. She also spoke out about living with bipolar disorder, calling for compassion and long-term support. "Help us, help ourselves," she urged, becoming a voice for those who often go unheard. Her physical health journey was no less challenging. At over 300 pounds, Diane made the life-changing decision to undergo bariatric surgery. It wasn't a shortcut, it was the beginning of a lifelong commitment. With strict routines, emotional struggles, and setbacks, she still pushed forward, shedding over 150 pounds and later aiming to lose 80 more. "This was very hard, and I would do it again in a heartbeat," she said. Her strength wasn't in the weight loss, it was in her willingness to be vulnerable, honest, and relentless. Then came joy. In 2023, Diane married Ryan and stepped into the role of a bonus mom to his 4 adult children and a grandmother to 12. After years of infertility and painful Mother's Days, she finally felt the warmth of a family she could call her own. "God had a different plan for me," she shared with grace and gratitude. Diane Pol Jr.'s story isn't one of celebrity. It's a deeply human journey of surviving grief, living with chronic illness, facing mental health challenges, and finding love both for herself and from the people around her. Through every high and low, she has shown that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it quietly endures and inspires.